friends. I am in math on page 637. It's lesson 29. I went ahead and skipped lesson 28 just because we have 6 more units to get through and there's only 4 more weeks of school. So I'm trying to get as much information to you as I possibly can. On page 637, there is a letter to your parents. So you can rip this out. So normally I wouldn't have you do that, but I want you to rip it out because there's something important on the back. So you're going to hold tight and go tightly, tightly, and your finger should be in line with where you're ripping. So as it rips out, you're going to move your hand down. On the next page, 638, we are going to start a scavenger hunt. So you have a table here with columns like the White House and rows like a rowboat. And you're going to go on a scavenger hunt for things that weigh a gram or a kilogram. So we are going into mass, and mass is how much matter an item takes up. So a gram is about a paperclip, and 1,000 grams, which is called a kilogram, is a baseball bat. So those are the differences: gram, kilogram. There's 1,000 paper clips that equal this baseball bat. So you're going to go through your house and see what you can find. It says 1 gram is about the mass of a paper clip. 1 kilogram is about the mass of a wooden baseball bat. So some objects you might find are a rubber band, a library book, a bag of rice, a paper cup. And so you're going to write down if it's about 1 gram, if it's more than 1 gram but less than a kilogram, or about 1 kilogram. If you have 1 full 1 liter bottle of water or a full quart-sized container of yogurt, those items are very close to 1 kilogram. You may also have a 1 kilogram dumbbell. You can use any of those items too. Now I'm going to move on to page 639. The next few pages, you really need a scale. So unfortunately, we don't have a pan balance. We have that in school. So where you have a scale where it has like 2 plates and you put something on this side. If it's heavier, it's going to go down and the lighter is going to go up. But if they're the same weight, they will be level to each other. They'll be parallel. So if this one's heavier, it's going to drop down. And if this one's heavier, it's going to drop down. And then these are the same weight. So we don't really have that. So I just want you to kind of pretend for these first couple of lessons. So up at the top in the blue, again, it says working with mass. So that's what we're touching base on. The paperclip measures about 1 gram on a scale. How could you estimate the mass of the pencil? How could you use paper clips to measure the mass of the pencil? Well, I gave you a clue. So if you know that a paperclip is 1 gram and you're trying to find the weight of the pencil, like here, they're not even. The pencil weighs more. It has that metal, it has lead, it's longer, it's bigger. It's going to take up more matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to add paper clips, keep adding them until these are level, because right now the pencil is going to be down here and 1 paper clip will be up here. So you'll keep adding paper clips until they equal out. So you can write something along those lines. The mass is how much matter an item contains. I put weight and then I crossed it out because mass is not weight. One easy way to find the mass of an object is to find its weight, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's the end all be all. 1 gram is equivalent to 1 paper clip. And this is what it looks like. You write the gram as a G, that's the abbreviation. A box of 1,000 paper clips is going to equal 1,000 grams, which is shortened to 1 kilogram. So the G equals gram, kg is kilogram, kilo means 1,000. So if you have a kilometer, that's 1,000 meters distance. So for the main problem on page 639, you would write something along the lines of add more paper clips to your scale. until it is balanced. So if you want to know how much that that pencil weighs, you're going to add, right now, one paperclip is up here, pencil's down here. So you're going to keep adding, 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 adding until they get to here. So that is pretty much it for page 639. 640 just talks about what we just did. So explain how you could estimate and measure the mass of the pencil. Again, that's just adding those paper clips and figuring out what that weighs. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. One way to find an object's mass is to see how heavy it is. You can use the masses of known objects to estimate other masses. You can use a balance scale to measure mass. That's again in the classroom and we don't have that. But we're going to do our best. The mass of a paperclip is about 1 gram. The mass of a large hardcover book is about 1 kilogram. So again, you now have two things that you know equal 1 kilogram. A wooden baseball bat and a rubber band are shown. Circle the one that has a mass of about 1 gram. Put a box around the one that has a mass of 1 kilogram. So you're going to circle the rubber band because that's 1 gram. And you're going to put a box around the baseball bat because that is the kilogram. B, 1 kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams. So an object with a mass of 1 kilogram is about as heavy as 1,000 paper clips. That goes in here. Here's a little reflection for you. Elena's brother says the family dog has a mass of 30 grams. Elena says the dog has a mass of 30 kilograms. Who do you think is correct? Why do you think so? So do you think her dog weighs about 30 paper clips? Or do you think the dog weighs about 30 books? I think probably Elena is correct because kilograms are heavier and that is a big dog. So 30 paper clips is not a lot. It's like about the size of a mouse. All right, on page 641, I want you to fill this in and think about it. So it can be super basic mass in my own words, how much space something takes up. Matter is how much space something takes up. So the weight, it could be the weight. And then an example, gram, in my own words, you could just say light and then do 1 paper clip. Kilogram, heavier, equal to 1,000 grams. And then example, a box of paper clips, a hardcover book, a wooden baseball bat. Number 2, a stick of chewing gum and a kitten are shown. Circle the one that has a mass of about 1 gram. Put a box around the one that has a mass of about 1 kilogram. So you would circle the gum because it has 1 gram. 1 gram is smaller than a kilogram. Kilogram would be the cat, so you're going to put a box around the kitty cat. On to page 642. Here we are again with the scale that we don't have. The paper clip measures about 1 gram on a scale. How could you estimate the mass of the paintbrush? How could you use paper clips to measure the mass of the paintbrush? So if you wanted to use paper clips to measure the mass, you would put the paintbrush on this side. And then here you'd add a paper clip and keep adding because again, as soon as you put the paintbrush on, the scales are going to go whoop. And so you need to keep adding paper clips until you figure out how many paper clips equal 1 paintbrush. And then we can't really do the solution unless you're lucky enough to have a scale at home. But so you'll just leave that part blank. You do have a packet that was sent home with you. If you have not done that packet on mass, this is the week you're going to do it. So those worksheets will really help you understand mass. So even though we're not in school and we don't have the scale, hopefully those will help you guys out.